Okay, so I got to do a quick reenactment of cutting out the tarp for the teepee. I did it and somehow it got deleted. So I'll just do a quick update, review type thing of what I actually did, and then I'll show you what I have finished. Okay, so what I did, let me get this thing in the spot. Okay, as I took a tarp, I spread it out. I found the center mark, which is there. I put stakes in the corners, center spot. Took a string, taken a marker, marked it out, and then I do this. Mark it all the way across. There. Okay. Okay. Then I wanted to do a couple of design lines and stuff. So I shortened up on the string with the marker, did a couple of arches on through, and then I took my big scissors and I cut it all along, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is what it looked like after I cut it out. Okay, these are the lines I was talking about. I drew on there, just so I can do a little decoration. Same here, the same type of thing. Did all around here with it. Okay. This piece here that I had in the leftover pieces, this piece here, I'll use as the door. Okay, so these lines go all the way around, all the way over to the edge here. This whole cut here is where all the poles will stick out there. This is actually the front where the door is. This is actually the base all around the outside of the teepee. Now, this one I believe is 13 feet 6 inches there to there. So the poles will be up, crossing approximately that height, and then the tarp will go on. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to tape off my lines here that I've got, and then I'm going to paint those. So I'll get back to you after I get it taped. Okay, so this is what I got to work with. There's a whole pile of half-empty cans of paint, a bunch of rolls of tape that were in the drawers and laying around. So, okay, so I got it all taped off. See the masking tape. These ones all taped off. This row all taped off, and I do a border on that. Now I'll make a few pictures up and start painting. Okay, so I got some images here that I want to put on the teepee, and what I'll do is I'll cut them out and I'll trace them onto this paper. I'll cut them out of this paper because it's a heavier stock, and I'll use them as templates all on the canvas area. So I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, I was just about to lay out to paint the tarp for the teepee, and a cloud comes by, decides it wants to start raining on me. So I had to drag it all in. I dragged it all in, and I guess I'll have to wait till this bit of rain stops. So till then. Okay, so this is sort of what I plan to do. All around everywhere. Some deer on, a couple of eagles, throw a few bear in there. So show you more as I get further and further along. Okay, the clouds are rolling back in. I'm getting a little bit nervous, so I'll just show you what I got done so far. So pretty much the bottom portion done. We'll do a bunch of hand prints later on, different colors. I got all the big stuff done. So we'll, have a look there. That. Look at this portion. So again, this green is the top where the poles come out. This edge along here is the front with the door. Once it's standing, I'll cut the door out. But that's pretty much it for now. Like I say, the clouds are rolling back in, and I'm getting nervous, so I'm going to pack it up. Okay, this is my third try at this. So I put this like this. So I'm going to take this, wrap it around. Okay, so there is a proper way to tie this. I never did figure it out, so this is the way I did it. It ended up being nice and sturdy and tight when I stood it up into the tripod, and I think that's all that really matters, is that it stays tight and doesn't slack off and your poles stay upright. Okay, yeah, take that like that. Swing them open. So that's how I got that. Swing this back, move back here. Okay, so I stand these poles up to make them into a tripod. I measured them out equally at the base. I imagine each one is different. My tarp is a certain size, so it had to be a certain size. I got it spread out equal, then I stood the rest of the poles up, and I went from there. Okay, so got the pole standing there. Now I'm going to take the rope and wrap it around. So wrapping the rope around like this just snugs everything together, so the poles don't slip and slide. It was a little time consuming because you got to give the rope a little flip to keep the slack out of it, plus you had to keep it taut while you were going around, but in the end it worked pretty easy. Looks pretty sturdy. Okay, so now I drag the tarp out and get it into position around the back side of the poles, and drag it there, and I'll sort of find the center a little bit so that I can tie a piece of string on it. And there's a pole that's left out from the back there. This is it, and I'll slide it under the tarp. I'll tie the tarp to that pole approximately where it's going to sit up with the rest of the poles, and then that's how I lift the tarp into place. And then from there I just walk the sides of the tarp around. Now it's getting a little windy on me here, but takes a little bit of doing, but I get it done eventually. And we'll lace it together with some sticks. Okay, I think that's it. Have to pin it down. It's not pulled taut anywhere's at the back. It still has to be pegged. but I think it looks pretty good. And I figured it out. Took a little bit of work, but I figured it out. The door is a little bit big, but you know, kids coming in, coming out. So I'll go in. That's it'll go. So looking in from the door, it's all fairly good. I gotta get another pole to hold that smoke vent open. But oh, looks pretty good. Yeah, it should do the job. And yeah, okay. When we finally get it finished, I'll be back.